And on that note, we say good afternoon. Welcome to the Sports Complex. I'm Brandon Bordeaux for Baby Blue Memories. Tonight's matchup is a final regular season battle for the senior HSB Blazers as they welcome the Lester B. Pearson Kings to the Sports Complex. A rematch of a game which was held on Monday, won by the Blazers 4-0. It was their fourth victory of the season and probably their most convincing to date in that 4-0 decision against the LBPHS Kings. We'll just call them Pearson for short today. Billings in dark blue with yellow. They'll be playing right to left, and the Kings in the whites with black and blue trim. They're playing a left to right. Starting in goals for the Blazers, Cam White will get the call. Both the senior goalies are out, so Cam White is in. Theo Forte Sheldon, usual starter, out, and Yuri Costa in goal for the Kings as we are underway here at the Sports Complex. Timothy Aversa is starting up. Nicholas Staub on the front end, along on the back end. Josephus Delaboost on one wing, and it's picked up by the Blazers. There's a centering feed broken up, and a pass comes out in front. Delaboost looks to the point. Got it over, and it's shot back in, hit a King in the leg, and Staub has to pick it up at center ice. Delaboost going after the puck, and back come the Kings. This is Paduno giving the puck up, and it's shot back in by Hacking. Aiden Hacking, number 9, as Delaboost goes into the forecheck, played up the wall, kept in by the Blazers. Puck along the half wall, picked up by the HSB squad, and it's the Kings trying to further it along. Delaboost trying to win that battle, and he almost did, but David, number 56, Shanablo, coming away with it in the Kings, led by Jamie Lee, who has the puck here, and Lee shoots it in, hits the HSB stick, and goes wide of the goal. Played up the wing, this is Keegan Young. Young gave it up, and the Kings with an opportunity here. Centering feed down low, and that one is shot over the top of White, who has an early wake-up call here to this game. First of a triple header. 3 games for you tonight, including the Adam C. Mohawks and the St. Martin Blizzard. Coverage there starting at 7. And then at 8 o'clock, hockey between the Pee-wee A Mohawks and Valleyfield, as they will play a home-and-home to finish up the season. Banged up the wall, and it comes out to center ice. And the Blazers looking to attack. This is Young going after the puck. Young in close quarters with Luka Mule. Comes back to the point. Hacking intercepts the pass, and he can't get a shot away. It's picked up by the Kings. That was Cimentini, who could not pull the trigger, and the Blazers instead pick it up and start back on the counter-attack. Kicked up the ice, and away comes HSB. Intercepted by the Kings. This is Jamie Lee going after the puck now for Lester B. Pearson. Lucas Colangelo in on the forecheck. The puck gets by Staub into HSB territory, where it's Yacano on it for the Kings. Picked up along the hash marks and then passed out to center, where the Kings have to tag up. On the forecheck is Cipriani. Lee goes behind his own net and starts the counterattack. He gets up to center ice. Lee, he just straight trains one of the Blazers at center ice. Jamie Lee comes in and, like a little bowling ball, just runs over the 7-10 pins. We'll call it a strike. He ran over all 10 pins as the puck goes out of play, and we'll have a face-off here with 12:16 to go in a scoreless first period. The lineup which started versus line with Josephus Delaboost on one wing, back out on the ice. Colangelo on the other side. Delaboost coming in. Delaboost centering feed, it's broken up, and that steers wide of the goal. Delaboost back behind the net. He plays it to the half wall, a wrister right on, and that'll be swallowed up by Yuri Costa. First shot which lands on goal in this game. Face-off coming up to the left of the Kings goal with no score. Comes back to the point. Here's a wrister. Corral back out to the other side. Billings holds the zone. Back to the point it goes. Here's a wrister. Angled wide of the goal. That deflected and never did get on net. Delabou's turning. Couldn't get a shot away. But now he sends it back low for Colangelo. Colangelo run into. And going deep is Aversa. Vieira back in there for the Kings. 4 Kings there, and the Blazers come up with the puck. Open look. Here's a wrister, and that hits a leg. Played out towards the point, and the Kings will get it out. And there's a big hit thrown by Connor Stock-LeClaire, the captain of the Blazers. And another hit thrown, but it'll be a penalty on the Blazers as the Bluebirds raid from the Billings side. Roughing call against HSB, and it's the captain, Stock-LeClaire, going into sin bin. Power play for the Lions, for the Kings. 4-0 win for HSB. On Monday, on the east end of the island. It was a very spirited game, but probably the most dominant one for HSB this year. Comes back to the point. Here's a slap shot, intercepted, and shot out of the zone by the Blazers. Mitchell Cannell got the shot down deep. And away come the Kings. Backhanding one up, that's intercepted by Young. He takes his time and he'll clear it out of the zone. Puck is picked up by the Kings. Chipped back into HSB territory, picked up by the Blazers now. They got plenty of time and they will get rid of the puck. LeBear's after it for the Blazers, but the Kings scoop it up. First minute gone by in the man advantage. Puck comes up the center by Hall, and HSB will shoot this one back down. And boy, the Kings not getting a whole lot started here in the first minute 20 of this power play. Still 40 seconds to go. A long feed is picked up by the Blazers. Bellemare chips it in. He takes a hard hit into the boards, and the Kings come back. HSB has one man back, and that's Hacking. Hacking is to getting hacked when he makes the play. And LeBears comes in one-on-one. LeBears, he shoots, and that's gloved down by Costa, and he'll hang on with 22 seconds to go in the period. 22 seconds to go in the man advantage. Face off one back by the Blazers and taps back into the corner. And it gets out now, but the Blazers are allowed to just kill some more time. 7 seconds left in that man advantage. Cipriani trying to further it forward. And the puck gets out to center ice and intercepted by HSB. Shot not out, and a second try. They do clear it, and now the Blazers are allowed to tag up and get some fresh bodies on that ice. Here comes Pearson, moving on in. Wrister, shot wide of Cam White. Picked back up on the other side by the Kings. That was Massimo Longo. And HSB brings it in, chips, and the Kings scoop it up. Good back pressure by Aversa, the center on this line. Chipped into Billings territory. There's a big hit in the corner. Nicholas Stab introducing himself. And the Blazers get it out to center ice. Going after it was Colangelo. Picked up by the Kings. Played into a corner. And HSB is able to get them puck out to center ice. There's a steal. Centering feed. And that hits the post. The rebound. steered wide of the goal. Not sure if White got a piece of it, but the Blazers keep the Kings off the board here. Stock LeClaire going in aggressively, packed up by the Kings. They come into HSV territory. That shot wide of the goal. Chipped up the wall, but not out. Shot back in by Pachichio. And she's directed wide of the goal. There's a shooting attempt by Longo, intercepted by the Blazers. And back comes HSB. Young attacking the Kings goal. Young behind the net. Young on the backhand. Now he turns forehand. Young tries to feed it out in front. They score! And it's Belmar getting the goal, and HSB has struck first. This is a terrific pass behind the goal by Young. He gets back there and throws it out in front. Nobody picking up number 11 in blue, and the Blazers strike first. It's 1-0 HSB. As Cannell furthers it along for Belmar. Mitchell Cannell, 48, watches that puck go back behind the Kings net. And some fancy jukes inside the Kings zone, but HSB can't get a shot off. Belmar trying to further it along. Longo. And the Kings will shoot it into HSB territory. It lands on net. Cam White will keep this play going. And here comes Howard S. Billings getting into Kings territory. Back out in front. Here's a shot, deflects and goes up and out of play, and we will have a face-off with 6 minutes, 7 seconds remaining. Face off to the right of the Pearson net. And HSB holds it in. A centering feed broken up. Puck goes behind the net. It comes out in front. Nobody able to pick it up. Stab had it knocked away. And back come the Kings. Coming back defensively with Delabouche. We have a penalty coming up on HSB. Will it be more? No, it's just a trip. And Delabouche is going off, and so the Kings 0 for 1 on the power play are going to go to work on their second man advantage. Face off to the left of the Howard S. Billings goal. Billings up 1-0. Puck is controlled by the Kings. Chipped back in towards the far corner. Comes out in front. There's a good look at a nice stop by Cam White as he got the blocker out from point blank range and turned away Chiminetti. Chiminetti's got it now. Back to the point it goes. Here's a wrister. Blocked away. Chiminetti! And his drive hits something and it corrals to the corner. Picked back up by the Kings, who set once again on this man advantage. Muley goes in front. Chiminetti has a look. Drives it. White the save. He tries to swallow up the rebound. HSB does. And they shoot it the length of the ice. Well, already a much better looking power play for the Kings. After really struggling on their previous man advantage. Brought back in. Vitskas has a look. Now drives it back to the point. Bianchino and a one-timer by Chiminetti does not hit the net. Picked back out on the other side by the Kings. And it's poked away by HSB, and the Blazers clear the zone as 50 seconds are remaining left in the power play for the Kings. And it's given up. Young in the forecheck. Young Young comes out in front. He got turned away and the Kings scoop it up, but more precious seconds going off of that Pearson power play. Brought back in by Muley. He's tied up along the wall. James Mata picks it up for the Kings. Mata out in front, that hit the back of the net. Comes back in front, and the Kings have tied it up. Mata went to the goal. The puck went off the side of the net and came out in front. And Giuseppe Paduano has leveled the score here at 1. So it's a power play goal, and the Kings are now at level here, 1-1. And here come the Blazers. Getting stopped up. We'll see what kind of momentum the Kings could take with after that goal. Coming back defensively is HSV. They avoid a penalty, which is good news following that last Pearson power play, which looked very efficient. Cipriani up the ice. HSV on the counterattack, and they shoot one in, and that hits the top of the scoreboard, or the top of the Kings bench, and then deflected and went up and out of play. Tipped up the center. And Billings on the takeaway. And here comes Young, back for HSB. Young, moving on in. Young, that's where he made some magic happen earlier in this period. He gets taken out. Belmar there to back him up. And the Kings now play it up the center. And move on in here. Muley shoots, and that one's blockered away. Back comes Howard S. Billings. On the counterattack, they chip it in. Cannell was after it. Sierra back out on the move. Here's a wrister. That hits a Billings leg, and a lead pass is broken up. And here come the Blazers. Wrister right in front, and that's deflected on, and a good stop by Costa. Puck guard loose at center ice. Colangelo couldn't get it deep. And that hits a Billings forward and goes out of play, and we will have a face-off with 2 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the first period. 1-1 scoreline. Belmar has scored for the Blazers, and Giuseppe Paduano has scored for the Kings. As HSB brings it in, stopped the save, and shot and the save made as Nicholas Stad came in with a good opportunity for the home team. Picked up by the Blazers. Here's a wrister right on and turned away by Costa. Well, since that power play, the puck has not been to our left that often here. A good little bounce back sequence here for HSB. A couple of good opportunities. Versus line back out there. Delabouche wound up at the circle, but the Kings intercept. And Pearson chips it out. Backhanded up. And it's furthered along to Delabouche, who's going after it. Aversa was there, but the puck bounced over his stick, and the Kings shoot it back in. We got a big hit away from the play. And we got an injured Billings Blazer. And we're going to take a pause for the cause. So the injured Blazer was Bocephus Delabous, who was involved in a collision right around the HSV bench. We got 90 seconds to go here in the tie first period. Picked up by the Kings. Stock Leclerc on the intercept. And it's played along by the Blazers. That pass picked off. And now a centering attempt is shot back into the Kings zone. We've got a minute and 8 seconds to go here in the first. Things were a little testy the last time these two teams played, as we're now in the final minute of play here in the first. Stock Leclerc tips one up the wall. Simonetti up the ice. Muley shoots it back behind the HSB goal. The Bears going after the puck. Poked up the center. .24 seconds remaining in period one. Stock Leclerc sends one over. Young tips it up. And here come the Blazers. Out in front, and that deflects wide. Down to the final 10 here in this first period of play. There's a wrister, and Cam White got a piece of it with his mask. And that's the end of period one, all tied 1-1. We're back to action here at the sports complex, all level between the HSB Blazers and the Lester B. Pearson Kings. It's 1-1, and that puck hits the stanchion. And we'll have a face-off coming up inside the Billings zone. Belmar and Paduano have the goals, and that's why we're all squared at 1-1. The Ladders came on a power play. Kings 1 for 2 with the man advantage. Lester B. Pearson on the attack here. Centering feed, one-timer, save made, a rebound, and the Blazers come up with it. Good point-blank save by Cam White. Comes out in front. Young catches the puck. Young sends it out in front. A backhanded attempt, and that's knocked away. Squirts back to the point, and it's shipped back in, but the puck came out, and we have an offside. 14:01 remaining in period number 2. 1-1 scoreline between the Blazers and the Kings. Timothy Aversa. And here come the Blazers. That pass is intercepted, and Lester B. Pearson is away. Stock Leclerc up the ice. Colangelo chips it in. Here's an open look, and that shot goes off of something and sails over the top of the goal. Back come the Kings. Played up the center. Colangelo with the puck by his lonesome. He shoots, and that glances off the stick and careens it to the corner. Penalty coming up here, and the Blazers will go to work on their first power play of the night. As the Kings take a penalty. Cross-checking the call, and it's Matthew Vieira. who's going to the sin bin. Belmar up front. The Bears and Young as well. Young taking the draw. He wins it back to the point, but it splits the uprights, and Stock LeClaire has to come back. 2 minutes into the second period, 1-1 scoreline. Connor Stock LeClaire gets one up to center ice. That pass is broken up, and the Blazers have to restart this power play. Nice little touch pass into Young. Young thought about shooting it, but he backs it out. Here's Stock LeClaire. Tiptoeing along the wall, got it. And Connor Stock LeClaire sends it across. Cannell back to Stock LeClaire. Stock LeClaire sends it across. Stock LeClaire knocks it down at the point and gets it deep. A centering feed. Shot not on the goal. Back out the other side. Stock LeClaire in a shooting position. Stock LeClaire slides it across. Cannell changing positions with Connor Stock LeClaire. Comes out in front. Young spins out in front. That pass goes through the blue paint. No one on the other side of the net. Picked up by Young. Young back to Stock LeClaire at the point. He shoots, and that one careens wide. 1:20 gone by in the man advantage. Stock LeClaire gets a shot away, and that pinball's wide of the net. Picked up by the Kings and not out of the zone yet. Cannell does a good job holding it initially, and then Pearson gets it out. Paduano, who has the goal for the Kings, gets it out of the zone. Colangelo shoots, and that is stopped and held by Costa. And this remains a 1-1 hockey game. Well, good pressure here on that power play. That's really encouraging to see if you're a fan of the Blazers. Not a whole lot happening since that first power play picked up by Pearson. I mean, the Blazers killed it off, but still, the momentum had really shifted the other way. And this power play is over. Colangelo slowed it up. Jamie Lee. Delabous. Good to see him back out on the ice after being injured in that first period. And look at that nice job at the point by Nicholas Stab holding the puck in. A centering feed hit the pad of the netminder. It's going to roll on here and force Cam White to make the save. He'll play it. And back on the Blazers. Harding. Knocked off the puck, and that shot goes into HSB territory. There's a little frustration right there over that Billings bench. Broken up. Stock LeClaire looking to start the counter-attack. Flipped up. And here comes Pearson. Intercepted. Comes out in front, and White has to make a big stop. Didn't glove it down completely, but he got a piece of it with the glove. They kept it out of the net. That's what counts. Cipriani could not receive that pass. Pearson looks to start up. Here's a pass that hits the leg of the linesman, and Young works his man over. Puck comes free to center ice. And boy, did one of the Blazers just get smoked there. Picked up by HSV. A shot comes in, and that hits the post. And that will be a cross-checking penalty coming up to Cannell, or a boarding call. And Pearson, 1 for 2 on the power play, will get back to work here in an offensive zone penalty taken by the Blazers. And the Kings will have the puck to the right of the HSB goal. 1-1 scoreline. Billings trying to kill this one off. They've killed one Kings power play off, but that last Pearson power play really went to work and ended up tying the game. Comes back to the point. Pachichio gets the return feed. He shoots. Save made. Follow-up chance and a good back check. Given away, and now it's finally broken up and shot in the length of the ice by the Blazers. Elmar clearing it out of the zone. Pachichio gets into HSV territory. Picked up by the Kings. It comes back to the point. Pachichio let it go, and that was partially fanned on. The clearing attempt fanned on as well, but the puck did come out the center, and the Kings have to tag up. Whoa! Here's a shot, blocker to side. Picked back up by Yacano. Yacano's pass. Sorry, Yacano. Here's a wrister. Knocked down, and a save made by White. Kings still on the attack here. 50 seconds left on the man advantage. Pachichio slid it over. Knocked down. And the Blazers clear it out of the zone. And here goes Lester B. Pearson. Puck careens into HSB territory. Connor Stock-LeClaire sends one around the horn, and that does not get out. Intercepted by Vieira. Lee lets it go, and that's kicked away by Aversa. Kings get the puck back. Here's a wrister, and deflects in! And another power play goal. And it's now 2-1 Kings, and the Kings 2 for 3 on the man advantage. There is absolutely nothing Cam Lake could do here. This puck is shot from the point, it flutters and changes direction about 25 feet away from the goal, and he can't even see this as it comes in. Back on the Blazers. Wristed just wide. Connor Stock-LeClaire back in his own end. Fight it off a forecheck. Colangelo and Stock-LeClaire. Captain of this HSB team. Back to the point it comes. There's a wrister. That's blocked in front. Vieira brings it back in. Back check. And Colangelo comes back. Colangelo lets it go, and that one hits a stick and goes out of play, and we will have a face-off with 6:20 to go in the second period of play. Face-off control by the Blazers. Hacking, and Young battling for it, and the puck gets out of the zone. Locked back into Blazers territory. 6 minutes remaining in the second. HSB down by a score of 2-1 to Lester B. Pearson. The Blazers started strong, but 2 power play goals from the Kings have given them the lead. Pachichio starts back for Pearson. And they shoot it back into HSB territory. Intercepted in front of the net. Young overskated a puck. Young gets it back now. And it's furthered along, out of reach. Ule tried to pick it up for the Kings, and Young works the defenseman over inside the Pearson zone. That was Vieira. And now the Kings come back. A wrister. Nice save by Cam White in transition. As Simonetti with the opportunity, and he had it turned away. Face-off coming up to the right of the Billings goal. It's been a good game here. Billings have shown to be a good, very, very good team when they are not in the sin bin. Pearson coming in 7-9-1-1, and the Blazers 4-13-1-2. Coming into play tonight, it's the final home game of the year for HSV. Comes out in front, a one-time attempt, does not hit the goal. And back on the Blazers. Canal lost his balance at the middle of the ice. And we got a penalty call coming up against the Kings. And a power play for Billings. Roughing is the call. And it looks like Massimo Longo, or no, sorry, Jamie Lee is going to the penalty box for the Kings. So let's see what Billings can do on the power play. The last power play looked good, they just weren't able to finish. Stab. Delabou. And that'll be shot out of the zone. That, by the way, that shot into the stands did not hit a stick, so that's why the faceoff is coming out. And the puck is cleared out of the zone. And here comes Pearson. 2-on-1 developing. And they score. The puck rolls in. And it's a short-handed tally. And Yakano scores to make it 3-1. And we have an injury on the play, and it's Cam White. We'll come back. Well, I'll tell you what, this is a huge break for the Billings Blazers. Blazers, first off, Cam White's all right. Second off, the goal waived. And third off, the Blazers still on the man advantage, still only down by 1 goal. And it's shot out of the zone by the Kings. White. Belmar skates back up for the Blazers. It's knocked away. 40 seconds gone by. You can hear head coach Scott Colosimo from up here telling his team to move the puck. And it's played out of the zone by the Kings. Here come the Blazers. And it's slapped out of the zone. Eight seconds remaining in the Billings power play. And it's intercepted and shot out of the zone, and that will do it for the Blazers power play. They are 0 for 2 on the man advantage. Colangelo. Young forwards it ahead. Back to the point it goes. A wrister. Delabou's going into the corner. Delabou's down in front. Nobody home. No one touched it. No one touched it yet. Oh, they did. Too many men on the ice. Billings. And now the officials will gather over by the penalty box and try to sort this out. Minute 54 to go and a 2-1 lead for Pearson. Faceoff's going to be at center ice. And the rear official was overruled by the two others. And the referee never actually made the symbol for 6, but he did put almost like as if he did signalize that, hey, I saw you, and pointed over at the Billings bench. It's still 2-1, and a face-off at center ice, so no penalty, which is good news for the Blazers because their special teams has been the inferior of the two teams up to this point, and that's why they're trailing in this game. 2-1 lead for Pearson. Delabous. And it's fanned upon. Furthered along, and here come the Blazers. Chipped back behind the net. Puck got stuck behind the goal. Delabous gets chased to the puck. Josephus Delabous closes off that lane. And we got a penalty call. This one will be a penalty on the Blazers. And an offensive zone face-off once again, or an offensive zone penalty once again here for Billings. And those could be really deflating. It's the 4th penalty picked up by Billings and the 3rd time it's happened when they were in the offensive zone. Cross-checking call against Josephus Delabous. And face off to the right of the Blazers goal. Back to the point. And the puck gets out. And the Kings look to start back on the attack. Knocked away. Comes free, tiptoeing along the line, and it's cleared out. Pearson can now go after it. There's a blind pass. Lee picks it up. Lee out into high slot. Here's the wrister. Blocked. Another chance blocked. Lee from a point blank range, and he does not hit the net. And the Blazers clear it. 17 seconds remaining in the power play, or in the period. Here comes Pearson. 6 seconds to go. Back to the point. 1 second left, but Chichio will not get the shot off. 2-1, Wesley B. Pearson on top. All right, we're back here at the Sports Complex. The Blazers trailing 2-1. And killing a penalty for another minute. 20-minute period. Blazers down by a score of 2-1. Puck goes behind the net. Back along the side wall. It comes back to the point. Here's an open look. There it is! And that shot just sails over wide. And here come the Blazers. Colangelo ran into a couple of Kings, and it's played up to center ice. Back to the point it comes. Fake shot. Now there it goes, and that one sails over the top of the net. Back out to center ice, and the penalty is over. Kings now 2 for 4 on the power play, so the Blazers dodge one there. Broken up inside the Kings zone. Young shoots! And that's swallowed up, and then the netminder hangs on to it. Now the big question for me is, when will this game end, or are they going to play it out? Because there's 4:14 left. Or sorry, 4:14 is the time of day. I think they just play it out at the senior level. Face off to the right of the Kings goal. Billings trailing by a score of 2-1. It was 1-1 after the first. And the Kings with 1 in the second. It appeared that they would have had another one, but that got waved off. Deflected goal! They crossed the goal! And if that's Belmar, I believe, who got the initial direction on, either way, the Blazers have tied it up here. It's 2-2. And it is Belmar who's got his second of the night. Well, the Blazers start the period off by killing a penalty, and then they crash the net. That's where Belmar scored his first goal, just from the opposite side of the goal. He deflected it on, and Costa made the first stop, and then could not control the second one, and the Blazers have leveled this game 2-2. And back they come, Belmar looking for the hat trick. What a move, Belmar! Turned away by Costa. Backhanders tried to wrap it around, and he got stuffed out by 2 Kings on the tip of the crease. Intercepted and flung up the center. There's a nice little stick lift. LeBears can't get through the defense. LeBears got it back. LeBears, and he didn't get enough mustard on that shot to make it look harmful. And HSB settles things down. It's fanned upon, and Cipriani couldn't handle the pass. Pachiccio, and it's picked up by Longo. Pachiccio. Slap shot, not on. Mule. Back behind the net. And it's poked out the center. And Cam White was shaken up earlier, as was Bocephus Delabous, and both of them are still in the game. Mule brings it back. It's deflected. Centering feed deflected. Oh, what a stop by Cam White. Going post to post. And he takes away Matthew Vieira's attempt. And Vieira, who has one of the 2 Kings goals, almost gave the squad the lead. Face off to the right of the Blazers net. Here's a wrister, and that sails over the top of the net. That's shipped off the wall and out of play. Face-off outside the Blazers blue line, picked up by HSB. Stab, lost his balance. Flips it up, that hits the stanchion. Stays in play, and now the Kings turn it back. 16:20 left to go here in the third. And it's shot back into HSB's end of the rink. Picked up by the Kings. The centering feed, blocked, comes back to the point. There's the wrister, and that's knocked away by White, and it sails over the top of the mesh. And a face-off coming up with 16:10 remaining here in the third period. Which has seen plenty of action already. Face-off coming up to the right of the goal. Now the Kings, 2-on-1 low, and that pass is picked off. Cannell coming back defensively and away from the Blazers. That pass is deflected in on the Kings net, and Costa will scoop it up and hang on for a whistle with 15:42 to go. Don't forget, games 2 and 3 of our triple header are coming up later on tonight. First, St. Martin Blizzard at the Gunnawagi Mohawks Adams C. That'll be a 7 o'clock start, followed by the 8 o'clock game as a shot comes in from a sharp angle, save made, with the PWA Mohawks taking on Valleyfield. Belmar tied up. He was looking for his third, and here come the Kings, breaking on in. There's a hit away from the play. Centering feed, and Cam White comes up big. Puck was on edge, and he knew he just had to get in front. And now we got a penalty, and it's against the Blazers. Young looks like he's going to take an interference call. Leclerc touches it up. And it's a roughing call on the Blazers, and it's another power play for the Kings, who are 2 for 4 on the man advantage. Both of Pearson's goals have come on the power play. Face-off coming up to the left of the goal. 14:57 to go in the third. And the Billings centerman waved out of the draw. So Braden LeBears will have to come take it. And now another player waved out. So the defenseman takes the draw. Comes back to the point. Rister, that hits a leg. Goes towards the boards. Pachichio shoots, and that one misses. Puck hung up behind the top of the goal back there. And the Blazers scoop it up, and they'll shoot it the length of the ice. Pachichio. Up the ice. Backhanded feed comes out in front, and that's intercepted by the Blazers. They can't get a good clearing attempt, though, and it's cut off. Simonetti back to Pachichio. He's open. He shoots. Deflects on net. White the save, and he's got it. And Cam White hangs on as we are down to the last minute 11 on that power play for the Kings. And an injury on the Blazers side. Can't get a number, but he's gone back towards the back of the HSD bench. Leclerc gets it out of the zone. Colangelo back behind the net. Couldn't get a shot off. And back come the Kings. Broken up. And Colangelo fights it off. Backhanded off the wall. Comes free in the high slot. And Cam White says no. Well, the call-up for Junior, not looking any way out of place here, has certainly come in and done his job, keeping his team in the game. 13:29 to go here in the third. And this game is all level here at 2. Comes back towards the point area. Here's a wrister, and that one fired just over the top of the goal. Centering feed, nobody home. Picked up by the Kings. Back to the point. And it's now driven back towards the point area. That pass is broken up and it'll get out of the zone as Lee watches this one roll on his goalkeeper in the corner. The penalty is over. Lester B. Pearson now 2 for 5 on the power play. Stolen. Cannell shoots. Save Keegan Young out of the penalty box onto the scoreboard sheet. Keegan Young scores and the Blazers take the lead. Wow, what a penalty kill, and then what an opportunity. This is a terrible turnover in the Kings zone. Cannell comes in, he dances on, he makes the move, gets a shot off the left pad, and then Young crashes the rebound. And where have the Blazers' goals been coming from? Right at the tip of the crease. When they get inside position there, they've been a nightmare. But the game not over yet. It's 3-2, and we still got plenty of time here. 12:25 remaining. (3-2) Blazers leading the Kings. And it's played up to center and out of the Kings zone. As Lester B. Pearson down to the final 12 minutes of this game. Down by a score of 3-2. Billings with their first lead since it was 1-0. Been a real seesaw game. Picked up by Pearson. And this rolls on White. White knocked it away. Comes back to the point. And now the Blazers get one off the wall, and that ricochets up and into Pearson territory. Belmar accelerates. He turns on the Jets, and he gets to the puck first. Belmar tied up. Belmar shoots it back behind the goal. Stock Leclerc chips it back behind for Josephus Delabous. Delabous behind the net. Delabous looking. Stock Leclerc retreats back to the point. Delabous. Stock Leclerc holds his own, and it's taken away. There's a big collision near the Blazers bench. Mata got it away. There's a centering feed broken up. Back out in front, that pass broken up. Aversa. And it's cleared out of the zone. And Cam White watches this one fly by, and 10:42 remains here in period 3. The Blazers have a 3-2 lead. Aversa, Delabous, and Colangelo up front. Back to the point it goes. And it gets out of the zone. Banged up the center. And here comes Colangelo. Lucas Colangelo out in the high slot. That pass intercepted. And Lester B. Pearson High School comes back. Muley shoots, and that's not on. Oh, sorry, that was Chibinetti. And now Colangelo is away. Colangelo and Aversa, 2-on-1. Aversa! Big stop, and a rebound flutters out in front of the high slot area, and it's played back out at the Billings end of the rink. Turned over. Hacking. Taken out of the play. Young lost it at the blue line. And the Kings with the takeaway. Centering feed broken up by the Blazers. And it's not out of the zone yet. Stab has another stab at it. No pun intended. And there's a lead pass which is picked up by the Blazers. Colangelo ran out of real estate. Oh, sorry, that was Jeffrey Huntington. Or number 10, sorry, that was Matteo Cipriani. Huntington not in the lineup. And it gets out. Cipriani. And back come the Kings. Nice move. And Belmar picks up the loose change. Here he comes. Belmar one-on-one. Belmar driving in. Belmar to the attack. He's slowed up. Belmar sends him to the point. Rister. And it comes back out in front off the rebound, and the Blazers can't finish. Stock Leclerc chips it back deep. Belmar couldn't handle the bouncing puck. He comes free in the slot. Back up to the point. Held in by the Blazers. And slammed around the boards. Intercepted. Cannell. And Belmar couldn't get the follow-up chance towards the net. And Billings gets it out of the zone. And here come the Blazers. Cannell and Stock Leclerc. Cannell shoots over the top of the goal. Costa had that one change directions twice on him. And back come the Kings. Both defensemen are trapped. Nice little toe drag move. Centering feed. They score! Dante Temponi has leveled things for the Pearson Kings. It's 3-all. And now we're in for a dogfight here in the last 7:50. Stab. Hacking. And the Blazers are away with a potential 3-on-1. It's broken up. Piano shoots it in. Hacking behind his own net. Hacking turnstile, I should say, behind that goal. Blazers only 4-13 and 1-2-2, but they have just a minus 20 goals differential. So they've been on the receiving end of some very heartbreaking defeats. Now currently tied up at 3. So they've been competitive in their games as they skate in here on the offside. 7 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the third. And a face-off coming up outside the blue line. Right off the wall. Hill. He took a big dump at center ice. There's a big collision. And boy, the tempo of this game accelerating here in the last little bit. Hill chips it back into the Kings zone. Hill going after it. And Hill can't get the puck, and he'll have to retreat back to the point as the Kings now break it out to center ice. Mata around Hill. There's a hit from the back, and that is a dangerous looking play. That is a checking from behind call, and that is an injury. Gabriel Hobinger with the check from the back, and we are going to have a timeout, and Hobinger is gone. And this is a 5-minute major power play for the Blazers coming up. The more important news is that the defender back there looks like he's okay, or at least he's back up into a sitting position here. We're going to take a pause for the cause. What an opportunity for the Blazers coming up next. All right, so it's only a 2-minute minor, but a game misconduct as well. So the Blazers do have a power play, but it's not as long as I thought it would have been for a player getting exiled from the game. It's not a 5, but it's a 2 and a game misconduct. It's quite the rare combination indeed as the Kings bring it in. There's a wrister right on, and Cam White will say no to that, and let's get a restart here. Face off to the right of the Blazers net. Luca Mule. And here's Chanablo taking the draw. The score is 3-3 here. And shot back into the Blazers goal zone behind the net. And here comes HSB, LeBears. Young gets in there, save made! Oh, what a stop by Costa. Cannell up the ice, that pass gets away, and it's going to be an icing on the Blazers as we have 1 minute and 5 seconds left in the power play. I'm still interested in why that was a 2-minute penalty and then an ejection. That you don't usually see a minor penalty associated with an ejection. Now here come the Blazers, 2-on-1. That goes towards the far corner. Delaboost, and the puck deflects away from him. And the clock was frozen, it looked like, for a moment. 1 minute remaining. The Blazers slow things down. Stab, got it over to Delaboost. Delaboost trying to feed it out in front. Stab has a lane. Let's it go. And Costa catches this one and he'll hang on. 39 kicks remaining here in this third period. Blazers 3, Kings 3. A lefty and a righty on this on the point here. And the Blazers, the defenseman that was injured on that last play is now going back to the locker room. Here comes HSB. And it's corralled and taken and shot out of the zone. Under 5 minutes remaining here in this third period. Stock LeClaire. Gets up the center. Connor Stock LeClaire turning on the Jets. Stays on stride. He shoots. Costa the stop. A rebound. Stab at the point. Stab. On his wrong side, he sends it over. Connor shoots. Save made, and that stop. And the defenseman will get a chance to switch positions here unless they change, and they will here. 4 seconds left in that power play. So Kolbinger exiled from the game. It was a 2-minute checking from behind and a game misconduct. And Connor Stock LeClaire knocks this one down. There's a hit. Belmar stays on stride. And the Kings come out. And that one sails into the Blazers bench, and we'll have a face-off coming up in neutral territory. Stock LeClaire. And here come the Kings. But the Blazers turn it away. Young. One hands it up to neutral ice, trying to poke it back up. Belmar tied up. And now Young. Nice little toe drag. And the Blazers pick it up. Cannell couldn't further it. And the Kings come back. Puck on the far side. And Connor Stock LeClaire separates his man from the puck. Cannell run into Young. And Cannell with the steal, but that puck goes too forward off of his stick. Blazers making the change. 3:05 to go here. Separated but not out of the zone. Here's the wrister pad, stop White. And they can't clear it. Pearson shoots it back behind the goal. 3 minutes to go here in the third period. Gave it away, and that shot hits a leg. A follow-up chance, turned away from the goal, and that puck was scrambling around the slot. Delabous comes back. Delabous makes a move on his own man. Comes back. Stab! And that's blocked. And Stab has to get back. Timentini coming back. 2-on-1 Kings. And that's thrown in front of the goal. Nobody home. Hacking. Centering feed. Played up to the point. Not out. Puck on edge. It's flipped, and that'll go out of play. And we'll have a face-off with 2:12 left to go here in period number 3. 3-3 is the score. And a face-off is coming up to the left of the HSB net. One back to the point. And it's Young coming back. Here comes Young, squeaking in over the blue line. Young goes behind the net. Young tied up. Young. And now going back behind the play. Young's got it. Centering opportunity, and that's kept out by Costa. And some rough stuff in front of that Kings goal. 1:49 to go here. And Hill goes back to the bench, so the Blazers changing things up at the point. 3-3 scoreline. Nearly given up. Belmar. And the Kings start back. Is an opportunity. Shot! Deflected wide. Stockle clear. Deflected it out to center ice. Belmar turns and gets one up to the Kings blue line. And we got a penalty call coming up against the Blazers. There's a feed. And White makes a save, and we got another penalty coming up. Well, I'll tell you what. The initial penalty's on Cannell, and then the following penalty is on the Kings, so that's going to level things off. 5-on-5, and that is a very costly penalty for the Kings. Nakano digging for the loose puck and digging a bit too aggressively. Cam White already had it. So they're going to play the rest of this game out 5-on-5, but Nakano and Cannell are probably done in terms of being on the ice for the rest of this game. 1:03 to go. 3-3 scoreline. Here's a shot, save, and rebound, they score! Simonetti scores. And had quite a bit to say to the Blazers bench after that. These two teams had a really chippy tilt on Monday night. And now it's interesting to see when Cam's going to the bench. Young's the extra attacker. 37 seconds left to go. Young out in front. Shot, save, a rebound. At the tip of the crease, they can't bank it in. Now behind the goal. Back to the point it comes. They don't shoot it. There it is, it's blocked and it's knocked away from danger. Shot back in. Delabouche trying to forward it ahead. He did. He got run out hard. Picked up by the Blazers, and that will do it. And what a comeback win for Lester v. Pearson High School. Scoring with 1:03 left to go in regulation time as Delabouche behind the play, slow to get up.